once you hear the basically just sing happy birthday to you. You'll catch on. We're gonna let second grade early today, which made little Robert kind of blue, cause he just turned 7 years old today, and he thought he'd get a party at school. He walked back home and he's taking off his coat. Chairs and tables all over the yard, and his friends jumped up and hollered real hard, happy birthday to you. It makes me think of the good old days. Happy birthday to you. You sure grew out your baby ways. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, we wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Cut the cake and let's eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Now Bobby's 73, wearing tie-dye shoes, cause he's a hippie through and through. Tries to play his guitar almost every day. He's at his own festival too. He sits at home and he's taking off his coat. There's chairs and tables all over the yard, and you jumped up and you hollered real hard, happy birthday to you. It makes me think of the good old days. Happy birthday to you. You sure grew out your baby ways. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, we wish you many more. Health and wealth and friends by the score. Cut the cake and let's eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Now it's old Robert in a rocking chair, admiring the view. Still got most his teeth and he's still most his hair. Today is 92. He turns in his seat and he's taking off his coat. There's chairs and tables all over the yard, and his friends jumped up. They hollered real hard, happy birthday to you. It makes me think of the good old days. Happy birthday to you. You sure grew out your baby ways. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, we wish you many more. Health and friends, by the score. Cut the cake and let's eat some more. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Bob's Big Birthday Bash. Those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Bree and I'm Bob's daughter, first child. Sometimes still like to think as the only child, but that's just my selfish face. Anyway, thank you all so much for being here. There's so much that can be said about my dad, but we'd be here until tomorrow, so I'll try to keep it short. However you may know him, you know what a kind, loving, and generous person he is, and what a pain in the butt he can be, too. You may know him from the 18 years he had the pet store in the mall, or the many petting zoos he did at local elementary schools. Maybe you know him from his time working with the Humane Society, or from his time working volunteering for Fifth Street. You may know him from his time of singing to the children at the library, not to mention his venture with the Second Fret Coffee House and Music Hall, which was kind of the beginning of the now much bigger music scene here in downtown Statesville. Last but not least, his compassion and fight for diversity and equality. I'm sure I speak for our entire board when I say how greatly we appreciate him giving all of his birthday donations to Statesville Pride Alliance. It's just part of who he is. Thank you. And now, without further ado, I present to you my dad, the old hippie, Bob Barber.
Just an old hippie in my later years. I've seen lots of sunshine and I've cried
Southeast Asia and men on the moon. I saw my friend Bobby get murdered in June. I heard my friend Martin give a dream to this land. But I know that it only will happen if we take a stand. And so here I ponder and question again of just who is my neighbor and who is my friend. But if I'll think about it, I'm sure I will see that my friends and my neighbors live here in this world around me. I'm just an old hippie in my later years. I've seen lots of sunshine and I've cried lots of tears. I'm just an old hippie full of peace and of love. And I try hard to love everybody, God up above. I'm just an old hippie. I'm just an old hippie. Won't you be an old hippie? I'm just an old hippie. This is a song in North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina. In about February, we get a warm spell. And during that warm spell, animals start to come out. And Lisa came home, I think it's been about a year ago in February, and said, Bob, we need to sing that song. And so if anybody's familiar with Loudon Wainwright III,
Yeah.
you know who he is. He used to sing on MASH. He was on MASH several times. But anyway, you all help me out here. You ready? Let's see. We're still D. We're D. Yeah. Here we go. Out on the highway late last night, he should have looked left and he should have looked right. He didn't see the station wagon car. The skunk got squished, so there you are. You got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Stinking to high heaven. Take a whiff on me, that ain't no rose. Roll up your window and hold your nose. You don't have to look, you don't have to see. You can feel it in your olfactory. At your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Stinking to high heaven. Well, you got your dead cat, you got your dead dog on a midnight watch, you got your dead toad frog, got your dead rabbit, got your dead raccoon. The blood and the guts are gonna make you swoon. You got your dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. Dead skunk in the middle of the road. fun. Y'all gotta, if you want any Warren stuff, you gotta sing loud. All right, now we're gonna let my good friend Michael take over, and we're gonna do it. My favorite John Prine.
Over, I'll take it over. Ain't no way.
Okay, well,
Take over from Bob, can they?
has Pam made it yet? Is Pam? There she is. Hi, Pam. What's his name? Lisa. Lisa, remember Bob?
Barber.
No.
Does anybody have a driver's license?
They got my number tonight, don't they?
You're not feeling old, are you, Bob?
Not at all. Anyway, I had a good friend that played this song with me at the Frets. My favorite John Prine song. This guy does a fabulous job with it, so I'm going to let him play, and I'm going to join him with some harmony.
All right. Well, I've been thinking lately about the people I meet. Car wash on the corner and the hole in the street. Way my ankles hurt, shoes on my feet, and I'm wondering if I'm gonna see tomorrow. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing into heaven.
Well, I was in the Army, but I never dug a trench. Used to bust my knuckles on a monkey wrench. Go to town, the girls a pinch, and I don't think they ever even noticed me.
Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. And we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. I said a fish and a whistle, whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish. We never have to do this again. The very first job I said thank you and please. The ain't show parking lot down on my knees. And then I got fired for being scared of bees, and they only give me 50 cents an hour. Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing into heaven. I said now fish and a whistle and fish. Eat everything that they put on your dish. And when we get through, we'll make a big wish. Never have to do this again. Well, Father, forgive us for what we must do. You forgive us, we'll forgive you. We'll forgive each other till we both turn blue. Then we'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven. We'll whistle and go fishing in heaven.
Thank you. That's a good John Prine song. We're doing good. This next song is kind of strange.
Not like the other ones.
It's interesting. Well, excuse me, I do have COPD and I get kind of sometimes, but please pardon that. I'll do the best I can. Anybody here ever heard of Josh White?
Yes.
Yeah? Yeah. I've got a little bio here on Josh. He was born in 1914, died in 1969, Joshua Daniel White. He's a descendant of African slaves, a childhood victim of brutal racism. He made recording history from a song whose original version was originally used as a fundraiser for Union forces during the American Civil War. He He was the first black singer to give a White House command performance in 1941, to perform in previously segregated hotels in 1942, and the first to make a solo concert tour of America in 1945. He was also the first folk and blues artist to perform in a nightclub, the first to tour internationally, and along with Lead Belly and Woody Guthrie, the first to be honored with a U.S. postage stamp. With his song, One Meatball, Josh White became the first African American to have a million-selling hit. According to his biographer, Elijah Wald, it was White's biggest hit by far and one of the most popular songs in the 1940s folk revival. It was also covered by some of the most popular artists of the era, such as the Andrews Sisters and Bing Crosby. One other side note, where in the world did I come up with wanting to play this song? Well, that question has not been answered. I've been playing this song, Lisa, I think for 7 or 8 years now. I actually learned it and had a little cover of my grandson playing it with me. And I found out yesterday where I learned this song from. You're not going to believe it. Mr. Green Jeans sang this song, yep, on Captain Kangaroo. They did a skit where Captain Kangaroo's lunch was stolen, and all he had was 15 cents, and so Mr. Green Jeans sang this song. And we're going to do it for you now. Up and down, found an eating place in town. He searched the menu through and through to see what 15 cents could do. One meatball, he could afford but one meatball. Told the waiter near at hand the simple dinner he had planned. The guests were startled, one and all, to hear that waiter loudly call, one meatball, hey, this here gent wants one meatball. Ill at ease, said, "Some bread, sir, if you please." The waiter hollered down the hall, "You get no bread with one meatball, one meatball, one meatball. You get no bread with one meatball." One more time, guys. Very sad. One meatball was all he had, but in his dreams he hears that call. He gets no bread with one meatball, one meatball, one meatball. You get no bread with one meatball. Say one meatball. You get no bread with one meatball. problem, but this is a once, hopefully in a lifetime kind of flood. But anyway, I looked at Michael after.
Music playing on the hillside, let the festival begin. Morning rain turned into mudslides, and we got soaked to the skin, and white water rushing down stairways. Beasts were gathering in pairs, hills are growing in my airways. Water, water everywhere. And the rain came down. And the rain came down. But it could not drown the music. The bands played on joyous sounds, and the rain came down. And the rain came down. But it could not sink our friendships, the peace and the love we found. Mountain Shadow Fest of 24 tried to wash away our fun, but we kept bobbing up and listening to the music shining like the sun. It was prime, prime and Buffett plunder. It was bluegrass and Piedmont blues, some brand new tunes and old redundant, some Celtic kicks and rock tattoos, and their steel magnolias, tales of wonder. Their steel guitar and mando too. Can't nobody steal our thunder. We can rise above and cruise. And the rain came down. And the rain came down. But it could not drown the music. The bands played on unsinkable sounds, and the rain came down. And the rain came down. But it could not sink our friendships, the peace and the love we found. Drown the music. Bands kept playing joyful sounds, and the rain came down. And the rain came down. But it could not sink our friendships, the peace and the love we found. Playing on the hillside, let the festival sail on. Our hearts kept rising on the high tides, with love above and beyond, and our friends come running to the rescue, bailed us out like some old boat. And it felt good to give our best to peace and the love we found. That we found.
Happened just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Bob told me this is the longest song in the set. I said, well, I had to tell the whole story. What did
I hear about it some more. Now, here is Bob's version. The Rain Came Down, or the Ballad of the 2024 Mountain Shadow Music Festival. 'Twas in the summer of '24, in the shadow of the mountainside. A storm came on us suddenly, there was no place we could hide. We had gathered for a festival of music, peace, and love. But Mother Nature had a plan to come from the sky above, and the rain came down. And the rain came down. The steps turned into waterfalls, the water began to rise. It headed towards the power source, fear was in our eyes. The courageous crew and volunteers tried to channel the water away. But everybody surely knew that the music was through for the day. 'Cause the rain came down, and the rain came down. Just when we thought that all was lost, the rain stopped coming down. The water started draining off, there was happiness all around. The festival continued on with food and drink and song. Sometimes it's best to carry on when things in life go wrong. So listen very carefully to the moral that you'll hear. The storms in life are just no match for the things that we hold dear, like music, peace, and love. Like music, peace, and love. Music, peace, and love. Music, peace, and love. Hey, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Like music, peace, and love. Wow. So, does it get a passing grade? I've had fun with it. One of the problems I have is it's in the key of D, and although being Fooch, when he did his show, he used a capo, I think, on one of his, but this particular instrument doesn't capo well. And so I have to sing songs that are in my key. And some of these are a little bit low for my voice, but I still do them anyway. And I'm still learning some other ones too that I've been working on. I do a little bit of, these guys are going to join me. This one is tough because it's hard to breathe and sing on this one. But it's a song, another traditional Americana song that's been done by a lot of people. Doc Watson did I think his was all instrumental. I don't think he ever sang this one, did he? I don't think. Where I learned it most was from Mike Cross, but it's Americana. It's an old tune. And join in on the chorus if you want. We're going to start on the. We're going to do the. Well, early one morning when the sun couldn't shine, I was walking down the street not feeling so fine. Saw two old men fighting between them. This is the song we heard them singing. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, I walked by the steps where they were sitting. Couldn't believe how drunk they were getting. I said, oh man, you been drinking long? He said, long enough to start singing this song. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, they handed me the bottle, said, take a little sip. Felt so good that I just couldn't quit, so I drank a little more. Next thing I knew, there were three of us sitting there singing this tune. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Well, one by one, everybody in the town heard our ruckus and they all came down. Pretty soon all the streets were ringing with the sound of the whole world laughing and singing. Lord preserve us and protect us. We've been drinking whiskey for breakfast. Take it home, Tom! Woo! Thank you. That's fun. I love that. All right. Thank you, Tom and Michael, for helping us out. Is that what it said? I thought it said, yeah, it did say 37. As I said earlier, I don't feel old. I feel like I'm 18 and there's something wrong with me. Y'all having fun? Yeah. We got three more songs. The first song is another love song that I used to play that my brother taught me years ago. I think he learned it in England. And my fingers don't work like they used to. I have arthritis, so I have to change keys. But this particular song, I couldn't change keys. So I said, Peter, will you please play it and I'll sing it.
I warned you.
I know. We got married last Friday. The preacher said it was my day. The guests were all gone. We were alone, side by side. We got ready for bed then, but I nearly dropped dead when her teeth and her hair she placed on the chair, side by side. One arm and one leg, one half of her head, her little glass eyes so small. One buttock, one breast, she placed with the rest. And then she said, have my all. My wife and I are now parted. We never really got started. I slept on the chair, there was more of her there. Side by side. One of the most good feelings you can have about a musician is when other people like to play your music or play your music. This is another one of the songs that's on my CD, I'm Just an Old Hippie. And I can't play it anymore because it requires a lot of bar chords, but Peter has taken it a step farther than I did. We used to play this with a group called Toasted Roach.
Needless to say, we did not play company parties.
Yeah,
But now that I'm retired.
yeah. Some of the band members, it referred to some drugs and stuff, so they didn't want to, they had good high-paying jobs and they didn't want to take any chances. We played at a couple of parties. But I wrote this song back in sometime in the 90s, I guess, because I wondered to myself, nobody had ever written a song about tetrahydrocannabinol. Have you ever heard a song called, THC? So Peter likes this, and Eva, they sing it with me, and like I said, I let Peter do it. And he's taken it a step farther and made it an orchestrated song, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So have fun with THC.
Almost there. Almost there. Right tables. Well, okay. Bob calls me up and says, remember THC? Okay, I vaguely remember. He said, you're going to play rhythm guitar on it? I was really honored. And they said, but at the same time, you also need to play lead guitar on it. Okay, and why don't you bring drums too? Let's just do that. Drums.
Woke up this morning with a pain in my head. Man in the mirror looked like he was dead. Don't want no lewds, I don't need no speed. Just gotta find me a little weed, cause you can't get it at the GNC. They don't sell it at the pharmacy. You can't buy it at a store in the mall. Tetrahydrocannabinol. Well, sometimes it's really hard to find that stuff. And when you finally do, it's never enough. But you can find it, I know that you can. All you got to do is go and see the man, cause you can't get it at the GNC. They don't sell it at the pharmacy. You can't buy it at a store in the mall. Tetrahydrocannabinol. Take it, Peter. I fire it up and take a big hit. My lungs are struggling to hold on to it. My mouth is feeling like it's full of fuzz. Must be I wrote this song back during the Reagan administration. Remember the Reagan administration? And I've added a few things to make it a little more updated here and there. You can see if you can pick them out. It's called the President Song. If I could be the president, I'll tell you what I'd do. I'd fire all the congressmen and then the judges too. Then we'd elect some new ones for half the normal fee. And I'd put the White House up for sale and move to Tennessee. So vote for me for president, with me you can't go wrong. The promises I cannot keep, I'll put into a song. But if I am elected, there is a little catch. The world must give me time to tend my marijuana patch. The budget is unbalanced and interest rates are high. Each day we need essentials that our money just can't buy. The answer to this problem can be done without a fuss. Anybody with a Tesla gets no more help from us. I know I am not qualified, I haven't been to school, I don't get into politics, I live the golden rule. But I'll support the average Joe and not the upper class, for I am an American, not elephant or ass. So vote for me for president, but you can't go wrong. The promises I cannot keep, I'll put into a song. But if I am elected, there is a little catch. The world must give me time to tend my marijuana patch. Some say I am crazy, some say go fly a kite. A leader that gets stoned all day can't run this country right. But I won't get in trouble, I won't go to jail, 'cause I absolutely positively never will inhale. I probably won't get lots of votes, my views are quite absurd. But I think back to the recent past and who we had preferred. They were as straight as they could be, they've screwed things up a lot. The world would be much better now if they had all smoked pot. So get for me, president, if we can't go wrong. The promises I cannot keep, I'll put into a song. But if I am elected, there is a little catch. The world must give me time to tend my marijuana patch. Oh, the world must give me time to smoke my marijuana